we all don't necessarily know what's going on behind the scenes when it comes to the Akatsuki team and stuff like that. So before we talk about the negative a lot and what really just went wrong last night, let's talk about some of the positives. Okay. So let's just get the positives, even though I know most people don't really care about the positives right now. I know you don't. But first of all, we got Omatsu speaking English, or at least, trying to speak English, which means he's been taking, lessons to speak English and stuff like that, which is very good for us, by the way. Like, I'm not going to sit here and act like someone trying to learn a new language and stuff like that isn't, something to, be proud about and stuff like that, especially when he's doing it for basically the community and stuff like that. So I'm going to say that, and not like I'm like, I ain't gonna be on Omatu like that. No Diddy. Like, he's doing a good thing for the community. It's just the way that they're doing the thing is not good. But the fact that we have him speaking English and we also have another person there that is speaking fluent English is good. It's good for the cause of the sync up. It's good little step in the direction of knowing how they're going to be able to communicate with us now, and they're just going to actually be saying it in English now. So there's no um, oh, we have to have somebody translate this, this. There's none of that, which means that's, by the way, very good. They always translated this stuff just from the closed captions and stuff like that. Like, they already did that. And then when we have the information for the units, it was always in English. But to have someone actually talking in English to us on the global side, that is great. We never had that before. So that's really good, and I'm gonna assume going forward that's just gonna be the norm when it comes to Dokkan Now and stuff like that. So I very much enjoy it, and I'm very excited to see how Omatsu is going to broaden his speech with English and get better and better as it goes. So I'm very excited to see that, because like I said, the more English they get in, the more they'll be able to communicate, and also he might be able to be in streams at time and actually see and understand what a lot of people are actually saying. So obviously, hopefully, well, it's probably not going to be before the sync up, but we'll see how things are on that one. The second thing I want to talk about is the tickets and stuff. I do want to talk about that because that was a good thing that we actually got. Them showing off the actual tickets. Let me see if I can get to it. Actually, it should have been somewhere right here. Boom. This was like really good. I'm actually very glad of this. This was something that I think everyone should be very excited for going forward, because that's not only gives you a 77 character multi out of for using all 50 of the tickets. Like, it's sort of depending on how these are with their sort of rates is going to be the real tell if these are going to be really, really good. For right now, it looks like it's going to be good, because if they still follow the format of, like, how it was 3 LRs, I doubt it's going to be three LRs or anything like that. But if they're like, oh, you get 3 Dokkan Fest, like, you have a chance to get 3 Dokkan Fest out of it, that'd be cool. That'd be very crazy. I doubt it's going to be three, but if it's like you get 2 Dokkan Fest, like you're guaranteed 2 Dokkan Fest. Actually, with 77 characters, it probably should be 3 Dokkan Fest, but we'll see if it's under that or not, because that'll just really depend on how juiced they are. And like I said, if it is with multiple Dokkan Fest, I would probably use these on, if not the the unit that you really want to chase, or the unit that you don't really care about the most, whichever one of those. Or if you summon on all of them, your still option is the one that you didn't get, summon it on. Or if you want dupes over something, or at least trying to get dupes of something, then there you go. But I'm going to assume, obviously, this is going forward. In Dokkan, we're going to get these for the worldwide celebration, and then the anniversary and all that stuff again. We're going to get these like all the time, which I'm very like happy for. I'm very excited for that. Like, I'm not actually tripping on it. That's still one of the pros. Another the pro in this, not that, not that. We'll talk about that. We are Dokkan. That is not a pro, by the way. That is not. That's very cringy. So another pro is basically the step up summons. Now the system is basically 255 Dragon Stones to do one rotation on this one. We've already done the math. You want to do a rotation on all of them, it's going to give you, you're going to need 1,020 Dragon Stones. But if you want to do 2 rotations on each, you're going to need 2,040 Dragon Stones there. So it's not necessarily a bad sort of scheme. You are, first of all, you are guaranteed one featured SSR. Like when you get to the stage set, in my opinion, step 7, that's going to be very, very good. The fact that we still only get um, one free at 4 is okay. I asked in stream last night if you guys would rather still paid for the fourth multi and got the third or the fourth one as another guaranteed feature. And surprise, surprise, a lot of people were like, guaranteed feature. I'd love to get 2 guaranteed features like in my step up in one rotation. Like that would probably save a lot of people when it comes to a lot of these banners and stuff like that, especially if you somehow get one of the very pretty much prominent animations that you're going to get a main unit. Like you see a Zeno, you see Zeno's pop up, rewind time, something like that pop up, then you're like, oh my god, there we go. And that's at the beginning of it. Like, I'm cool, I've got to finish the rotation or not and move on to the next one. Like, these are very good going forward. I'm going to assume these are going to be the norms, and I'm going to say they're probably only going to get better in time, because you got to remember they like to come in with things experimental and see how much money how much money they can actually get out of you. And like I said, if these perform very well, which I'm going to assume they probably will this year, yeah, they're going to get a whole lot of money out of this. And I wouldn't be surprised if they're like, oh, we added 2 more steps to this, so it's or yeah, I could even see 2 more steps to this, where it's like, oh, the 8th is free like it was before, and then the 9th one is another guaranteed or whatever. Like, I could see them, doing some crazy stuff like that, or it could be like just ×2 rates or something like that they do. I could see that happening. And for 300 Dragon Stones, like, that's not necessarily terrible. Like I said, that's just me, you know, open-minded about things when it comes to this, because like I said, they do like to change things and experiment on stuff. So I'm not necessarily saying that that's going to be what's actually going to happen, but like, you never know. Like, they could go that route with it and add more, or taking one away and just, making them beefier depending on, or just saying like the 30, or all like the 30 40 steps and stuff like that may just be all 50s, but it might be like ×2 rates on every uh odd one out or something like that. Like, they could do something really crazy with it that would spice it up a little bit more. So I'm not necessarily uh mad about any of the things that I just said right now. Basically, the bulk of the things that most people are very mad about right now is, like I said before, it's the sync up stuff. The sync up stuff is what everybody's mostly mad about, because a lot of people were under the assumption that, oh yeah, we're gonna get so much, because again, it's not your fault. The way it was sort of marketed, again, even though they said beforehand that it was going to be during the anniversary, like the way they sort of marketed and put everything out was like, yeah, you're gonna get some information actually on the sync up, in this video. And well, technically all they did was talk about the sync up. They didn't specify when it was going to be. They never done anything like that. It was just basically them pretty much having us on a string and just playing with us a little bit more on a global side. Like, and that's sort of another one of the last straws that I've seen for a lot of people, because the way they've handled the whole sync up situation right now has been pretty much horrible. I mean, it's almost a whole year since they said anything about the sync up, and we haven't really progressed all that much. I mean, obviously things are still going to come out on the JP side, because JP can't not just do nothing. But the fact that it's messy and you're still literally letting your greed get into the way of the sync up, and it's very pretty much prominent. It's like, obviously Ultra Instinct Goku is, again, he's a massive character. Like, everyone wants to summon on that. Cell Max having his first LR, obviously everyone wants to summon on it. I mean, switching things out of banners and stuff like that at times is not helping your case. Like, basically, like, this whole first half of the year, you kind of haven't been like helping your case. Like, you've been helping your case and saying like, oh yeah, the units are going to be better and better and better and stuff like that. Yeah, cool. But you haven't progressed that much with the sync up. It's still, well, when is the sync up? Like, how is it going to be handled? Like, and to be fair, you did say that in this one that units that weren't out and stuff like that by the sync up for the worldwide celebration were going to be on the banner, stuff like that, basically probably indicating that Ultra Instinct Goku and whoever the second, if it's LR Jiren or whatever, for the Tanabanta is probably going to be on the banners. Like, I get that. That's cool. But you can't still keep doing this. Like, sort of like jerking a chain. Like, you can't do that for global and expect a global audience to not get upset. Like, cool, you're learning English and all that stuff to translate with us and all that. Like, that's appreciative. That, like, if you would have, I honestly feel like the only reason why we had this sort of like Dokkan Now is for Omasu to show us that he's actually like trying to learn English and stuff like that, and they've hired someone that can speak fluent English and like translate and talk to us and stuff like that. Like, that is cool. If you wanted to make a producer letter and or a Dokkan Now and just talk about that for 25 minutes, that would have been fine. Like, the perspective of this Dokkan Now would have changed at that point in time. Most people would have probably been like, "Oh, that's okay. This is cool. I like this. Oh, we got a little bit more information on the ninth year anniversary. Oh, we got these banners in here. Ooh, that's a little bit nice. I like that. Oh, we got the part about the the tickets in here. Oh, wow, that would have been cool. Okay, this is dope. Oh, you're just talking about the sync up a little bit or just mentioning it, you know, still putting in the word about the sync up, whatever. That's okay. Getting back to all of these all of these comments that you got, we are Dokkan. Like, I feel like that's gonna be a new meme now. I think at this point in time, anytime that you summon a unit and it's like you just do or die, like you just had to fight for your life, you just gotta go out and scream, "We are Dokkan" in the middle of the rain, thunderstorm in the back, shirt all ripped off in the rain, just "We are Dokkan," all dramatic and shit. Like that's what that reminds me of 24/7 every time I see that. It's just somebody's over dramatic ass right there. I don't know if they paid people or if they were just their own employees that literally typed these all out and made them look like they were actually messages. I have no idea. I don't know if they're real messages or not. Like, they could be real messages, but the fact that some of these are body is kind of crazy. Like, it makes me suspicious on the authenticity of of these messages. But you know, it is what it is. Like I said, they could be real, but like I said, the perspective of this whole Dokkan Now literally would have changed if you would have just been like, yeah, we're just introducing a couple of things that we're doing behind the scenes with a little bit of information about the anniversary, a little surprise information about the anniversary for Global. Yeah. Like 20 minutes, 25 minutes of that would have been solid. No one would have been complaining whatsoever at all. Like, to be fair, the community probably would have been talking about Omasu speaking English a little bit more and having an actual like Japanese person speaking English to communicate with us for the live streams and stuff like that would have been better. Like, we would have been excited about that. Would have been like, oh wow, they're actually making some steps to the actual anniversary. But no, you marketed it like you were going to be talking about the anniversary, excuse me, the sync up heavy and stuff like that, and you weren't. And that's one of the reasons why people are very upset right now in the community about the, well, just on the global side, like the JP side, I'm sure they're still having their memes and having their fun and stuff like that while they basically while they can right now, because this is all that you have really. Like, once it actually syncs up and it's fair and good, like then there's no more memes, everything's just synced up at that point, so you have nothing to really, you know, say anything about. So right now this is like you guys like one more time or whatever like that. But for global, yeah, you could understand why most of the people are pretty upset in the Dokkan community right now. And to be fair, it's rightfully so. Like, it is rightfully so. I don't know if they're gonna come in and say anything about it. I mean, let's be honest here. If it don't hurt their money all that much, they're not going to. But if they just somehow see a decrease in the next couple of days, whenever banners go live and anniversary starts, if they see a decrease in, you know, people's enthusiasm and just general sales, yeah, I could probably see them going into panic mode really quick and then hitting, all right, sync up time. Like, I could really see that. Like, to be fair, we're in a position right now where I'm not gonna say we can force the sync up, because I don't think that's gonna happen. I don't think we're gonna be able to force that. There has to be a couple of things that actually go in play and stuff like that. And plus, we haven't had the anniversary or anything like that. We're not even in the middle of the anniversary started, so it's not like we can just force the sync up right here now. So I don't think that's going to be anything on the table. But what could be on the table is some damn compensation for the simple fact, and I don't mean like just give me your Dragon Stones and that, like, and that's it. But I mean like a fucking apology, to be like, I'm sorry, we're sorry for the past year. We literally been jerking your chain on the sync up and been talking about the sync up, but we never said anything about the sync up whatsoever at all. Like a fucking open apology would have been pretty nice. Another fucking video dedicated to us talking about how you handled the situation so far and not listening to the community in terms of anything of how you actually can fucking sync it up just fine. But you decide to Stevie Wonder the shit and like, you can't see it. I can't see it. I can't see none of your comments about it, but I sure can see the dollar signs whenever top grossing's around. Like, we'll boast a chest on that one, but fair criticism for us? No, we can't see that whatsoever at all. So I think you need to get your fucking head out of your ass and listen to the community right now, because like I said, this is supposed to be a very, very hype time, and you're kind of downplaying it right now. Like, you're low-key kind of downplaying it. And to me, it makes me feel like you're downplaying the anniversary because you keep talking about the sync up within the anniversary and not after the anniversary, or not before the anniversary, not to the point where people should be able to enjoy the anniversary 100%. Like, don't get me wrong, people are going to summon, people are going to have beasts go on their hands and blah, blah, blah and stuff like that. But in terms of the full aspect of the actual anniversary, I don't think people are going to really like be happy with it, because now you're going into it with a sour taste about the sync up and knowing that it could be literally right after you fucking spent your damn Dragon Stones on Beast Gohan. Then they're like, the fucking Tanabont is coming out and Cell Max is coming too. Like, matter of fact, everybody's just coming. Like, everybody's coming in the game. Like, I mean, damn. Like, just be honest with us and say when the sync up is so people can fucking enjoy the damn game on this side and prepare themselves a little bit better than you just waiting for Global to blow their load all over the 9th year anniversary and probably again Beast Gohan. That way you can just come out of there and be like, oh yeah, by the way, the sync up's happening then. You fucked up all your Dragon Stones. Like, I feel like that's the way that's necessary going right now, because they know a lot of people have a lot of Dragon Stones on Global Dokkan Battle. That's just how it seems. And like I said, it doesn't seem great. It's you've never been in the spotlight to begin with where people have been like, oh, Akatsuki, yeah, that's a great company. Like, most people, when you say Akatsuki and stuff like that to them, when they talk about Dokkan Battle, most people aren't saying, yeah, that's a great company. That's not the first thing that comes out in their head. It's mostly they've done some scummy shit before. Like, that's what comes out of you. Let's be honest. That's what comes out of your mouth the first time when you hear in your brain when you're thinking, you're like, they done some scummy shit before. Like, yeah, they've done some untrustworthy stuff. So, you know, you gotta keep an eye on them. Like, that's basically what it's like. Your damn cousin is still alive. You like, yeah, they family, but keep your eye on them. Keep your eye on them, nigga. Keep one eye on them motherfucker right there. Okay. Like, don't let him go into no room by himself. Like, matter of fact, shut all the fucking doors. So if you hear a door open, go. like that type of shit. That's what it is. But damn, Global, let me know how you guys are feeling right now. I know I rambled on a little bit at the end of this one, but I mean, like you said, there was some good and there also was some bad from last night, mostly bad, but there was some good that came out of this, you know, Dokkan Now. It's just, it was overshadowed. It was 100% overshadowed. Let me know in the comment section below how you guys feel about this one. Have an awesome day / night. Stay safe, and I'm out. Peace.